I really want to capture the raw emotions that are happening this week because this has been the most difficult week thus far. And I think at this point, the only option I have is to just be fully transparent about how I've been feeling this week.
Gotcha.
This chapter threw me for a loop this week. It has been the most difficult chapter by far. I felt so confused after reading this chapter. I did not know what the hell it was talking about with abundance in the whole creative aspect, right? I was coming out of a really low from week 5, and literally the next day after I read the chapter, that morning it clicked. It clicked for me so fast. And I hit this epiphany moment that I truly feel like I haven't felt since week 2. You could call it a breakthrough.
And I feel it. Like I feel it in my body that the pressure is gone. Like it's just gone. Like to create without pressure, to trust your creative flow instead of forcing it, works magic.
So with this newfound realization about creative flow and force flow, I was really inspired to have a day to tackle all the annoying things nobody wants to tackle. We have our lists. If you know, you know. So I am just riding this wave until a few hours pass, and I'm feeling doubtful again. I'm like, wait a second. I don't think I'm fully understanding this chapter. I think I just misread this whole chapter. So in typical Faith fashion, I'm now defeated. I've read the chapter again, I've journaled about it some more, I've done video diaries, I've tried to film, and the concept is not clicking. So then I'm picking at it for the next few days, trying to figure out what my lesson is. And this is the thing I'm realizing about this series is, even though whether you decide to film the journey or not, it's still a weekly thing. But because I'm putting myself in the scenario of wanting to put out just an update every week, it is forcing me to come to a conclusion of how I feel. And that is not always possible, I'm starting to realize. This is definitely one of those weeks. Like, I feel like I'm sitting here, I'm understanding what's happening, which prompted me and inspired me to talk to you tonight. But a girl needs some more time. Like, I need some more time to sit with this, because I know this is a golden chapter. I've read a lot about it and watched other people's experiences with it, and it's a common theme for week 6 to be very stuck, and a lot of people will leave and quit the journey at this point. I have hope, and I'm still positive about it. I just wanted to be transparent about the fact that I don't fully know how I'm really feeling about this yet. When it came down to my realization at the beginning of the week, I wasn't all wrong. Like, there's this golden, huge element to a creative flow, and that is creating without panic, showing up without panic. But I really missed the second half, which is pretty important, and that's doing that, showing up without panic, because you know that there are infinite ideas, that if you slow down, nothing's gonna go away. You're not gonna lose progress if you stop and smell the flowers for a second, you know? Like, visualize it as a car. You're driving, but you're gripping the steering wheel. Girl, just because you're gripping that steering wheel and your knuckles are white does not mean you're gonna get there faster. It relies on the gas, not your grip. The car is still moving at the same pace regardless. We have such a need for control, and growing up, we've been rewarded for having control. But creativity requires you to let go. So it's so different, and it's so different for me to go through this week and change up my mind, because I keep having these bounce back, conflicting thoughts that's why I need more time, because I'm like, what the hell is happening right now? How do I even feel? I don't know. But I am understanding the fact that my nervous system does not yet believe that rest can also produce results. And I said this at the last bit of my video for week 5 and didn't even realize that it would tie into week 6 so perfectly, but it's boredom. Like, boredom at the end of the day is a massive key. It's a massive key for fueling your creativity. And this week, I've spent a lot of time focusing on that boredom, doing as much as I can in silence, taking the time to just tidy up my space or put my laundry away before I get into editing because it's not the end of the world if I stop to fold some clothes for 10 minutes and then go back to editing. In my world, it is literally like go, go, go. Whatever is your priority is your priority. You put everything else secondary to that. The chokehold I have on productivity and discipline is insane. I put so much value in it, so I think that's why this week is so difficult for me. In a nutshell, to give it to you so blunt and simple, creativity doesn't disappear when you rest. It regenerates. And it's literally Friday night, and this stuff is really just coming to me tonight. I am pretty stoked for week 7 though, so I can implement this a bit more and then get back to you. But it's all piecing together because for each week you have all of these tasks that are very written based, like written answers, you know? I literally said I'd keep you guys in the loop with what my favorite task is, and I'm just like not keeping up with that, but whatever. This week there's barely any written exercises. Clean something, clear something, create something, bake something, communicate something. It goes into more physical things, which I thought was interesting. So that's really what I've been channeling this week is just presence. Even with trying to be more present this week, I did find myself scrolling a lot because the thoughts have been so overwhelming, like midweek. Oh my God. Like literally Tuesday to Thursday. Even Friday, Tuesday to Friday morning. I'm not grasping it. I'm not clicking. I'm not vibing. So the rest of the week is literally me just dialing in, editing this, getting it out on time, and then just moving forward. We got this. Rough week, but we got this. And because it's tradition at this point, let's do a speed run check-in. First, morning pages. Did I do 7 out of 7? Honest answer, 6.5. It is still a very impactful tool. Second, artist date. Yeah, I did my artist date this week. You know what I did? I'm almost embarrassed. But again, I dealt with this a while back. And it's like, I just don't be like, truthfully, every calling I had, I don't even want to say it. I played Sims. You know, I'm very much healing my inner child when I do that. And I solely played because I wanted to create this, like, as what they call a forever world and just chip at it when I want to have a little cozy gaming night. And my fun challenge is just no cheats. So just building this like dream life from the ground up. I gave myself pretty much a full night to just get in the zone, play that, pretend I'm not even in this world. And it felt pretty damn good. It was really hard for me not to play it the next day though. But I fought through that temptation, so gold star for me. Third question. Did you experience any synchronicity this week? The signs still continue. I just stopped writing them down. The 2 I remember this week though was the first one being me coming out of that low period from week 5 and finally deciding to get my ass up and have this ultimate epiphany moment. The minute I decided to do that, I got a YouTube comment. So that was cool. Like literally the second I decided to get my ass up. Ding. And then the second one, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not that big, but I was talking to a customer and we were getting more personal, like older guy, super nice. We're just having more of like a deep conversation about positivity in the world. Like it's beneficial to get on a more real note with these customers. The perk to being able to do that frequently in your job is that you will bump into these people that truly make an impact, and there's been a lot of them this last month. Like there has been a lot of signs, people I'm meeting, and I'm just finding it so cool that the minute you get talking with certain people, you never know what could come out of it, you know, obviously. But it counted for me as a big synchronicity moment because the things that he was saying were really relating to how I was feeling or what I needed to hear in the moment. Just really nice comments about my personality and just like my energy. And I'm like, oh, thank you, sir. And then the last question is if I had any other issues come up this week. And at this point, I don't even think I need to ask myself at the end of these videos because that's what the videos are about, essentially, right? On to week 7. I'll see you then.